So hi everyone, Akash Verma this side and welcome to Pharmaminds platform. So today we are going to discuss about a very hidden branch of NIPER Mohali, that's clinical research unit. Clinical research काफी लोगों को excite करता है कि हाँ उसमें क्या कर सकते हैं because it's I think it's more related to pharmacology and all those things. Clinical trials आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. तो today we have Akshima Mittal with us. She is from NIPER Mohali. तो वो आपको डिटेल में आज बताने वाले हैं कि क्लिनिकल रिसर्च अगर आप नाइपर मोहाली से करोगे तो क्या आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो, क्या स्कोप है उसका, क्या फ़ायदे हैं। सो थैंक यू सो मच अक्षिमा प्लेटफॉर्म पे आने के लिए और हमें गाइड करने के लिए कि आगे क्या हो सकता है क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में आने के बाद, क्या फ़ायदे हैं। सो आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू यू।
Yeah, thank you, Akash, first of all, for inviting me to discuss on the scope of clinical research. Yeah, excited to guide the freshers.
Yeah, so tell me and tell the audience about yourself a little bit, like where you from and how was your GPAT, NIPER journey, all those things.
Yeah, hello, guys. I'm Akshima and I'm from Punjab. And I completed my bachelor's from Punjabi University, Patiala. And I completed my master's in clinical research from NIPER Mohali. And as you might all know, that clinical research is only at NIPER Mohali, like it doesn't has any of the like it has not been any of any other NIPER till now. And I think in India also only NIPER offers this, and I think DIPSAR. Apart from that, you might find some small courses on that, but not exactly the degree, as you say.
A dedicated
So talking
course.
about, yeah, like you will get courses on clinical research, but degree, I think, as far my knowledge, NIPER and DIPSAR, I think.
Okay.
And talking about the GPAT preparation, so it's been a long time, but I remember that I started my GPAT preparation in first semester itself, as I was clear that I have to pursue my master's.
First semester.
So yeah,
Okay, that's what.
actually,
That's great.
I dropped for NEET, so
Mhm.
like I was clear, so I have to crack some competitive exam.
Mhm.
So I targeted GPAT for that. Nothing like from first semester. I mean, like I whatever topic I used to prepare in my bachelor's as per PCI syllabus, I would just go in detail for that. Like what from GPAT aspect you can say.
Mhm.
So I like focused on the subjects like pharmacology, pharmacognosy. So actually, I will say I had done at last. As you know, I think that it requires a bit cramming. So
Okay.
I that for last pharmacognosy,
Okay.
but I had a good interest in analysis, so I focused on analysis was my strong part,
Mhm.
and pharmacology, of course, and Sutix was a bit weak. So
Okay.
I just prepared myself and took some crash course. That's it.
ओके दैट्स ग्रेट यार। बाकी आपसे और बातें करेंगे जीपैट के बारे में, लेकिन कमिंग टू द मेन टॉपिक एजेंडा टुडे दैट्स द क्लिनिकल रिसर्च। सो हाउ इज क्लिनिकल रिसर्च ब्रांच एट नाइपर मोहाली, मतलब उसमें क्या पढ़ते हैं हम, किस बारे में, अगर आपको एक ओवरव्यू देना हो।
Yeah, so clinical research, it comes under Department of Pharmacy Practice.
हम्म।
And in clinical research, you will mainly learn about, like people have a thinking that clinical research only is limited to clinical trials,
ओके।
actually. But the first question I will, like, teachers will ask you also that what is the difference between clinical research and clinical trials, as it is, clinical trial is a very minor part of clinical research, actually.
ओके।
So clinical research has many like scope, you can say, like you study clinical data management in that. And I would say clinical research is a mixture of all the subjects. You get to learn pharmacology also, Sutix also, you have some subjects, and project management we have, and BABE studies, we get to learn about them also. And of course, the medical writing and stuff. So HUR is one of the domain in clinical research which you study in detail real world data, how the data is collected, and how to generate level of evidence for, like, if you talk about research, you can classify it as primary and secondary. So in clinical research, you got the opportunity to conduct both. Like if we talk about real world data, that is a primary research for which you will require some ethics approval and all. And secondary research, you can say like meta-analysis, systematic reviews and all, which you can do without ethics approval. Yeah.
Okay. So मुझे भी बहुत सीखने को मिला इससे clinical trials मतलब it's just a part of clinical research, it's a big thing. ओके मेरा
Yeah.
स्टेप वाइज चल रहा है और उसका एक क्लिनिकल ट्रायल से छोटा सा पार्ट है. ओके.
Yes, exactly.
हाँ तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ कि किन टाइप के स्टूडेंट्स को जाना चाहिए क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में, क्या या फिर क्या वो देख रहे हैं, जैसे होता है ना कि हमें हमें बहुत इंटरेस्ट है इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, तो ज़्यादा बच्चे चले जाते हैं सिंटेक्स के लिए और एनालिसिस के लिए, तो क्लिनिकल रिसर्च किन बच्चों के लिए अच्छा रहेगा?
Like clinical research would be good if you are interested in, I think, means ecology, I can say, but it's not typical ecology, I would say. Like ecology, you will get to work in labs, like you have dry labs and wet labs. So
Okay.
our would be dry lab work. Like you will get to read about the articles and more of article and how to write them, actually, the abstract writing and all. The writing portion comes and you will get to know like from start to end what is clinical trial, how they are conducted, how the data is managed at each and every step. So that involves the there you can say the clinical research associates and coordinators. These are the job roles which come into play when you say the process of clinical trial. So I would say that if you have interest in clinical trials and writing, and also if like data analysis, data interpretation also is a part of clinical research, so you can always pursue like some of the, if you are interested. So we do that coding, and also it is actually now mandatory in every field if you will see. So that also you get to learn in CR. Yeah.
Okay. क्या आप एक बार दोबारा से वो जॉब रोल्स बताएंगे, जैसे एनालिस्ट कंसल्टेंट होता है तो क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में क्या स्पेसिफिकली जॉब रोल्स आते हैं?
Yeah, if you talk about the core, like in clinical research, then I would say that one is scientific writer or medical writer, you can go. And companies like Sanofi come, Indigene, they come for these roles. And then is the HUR, that is also a consultancy, basically. So HUR analyst as a job role they come for. And as I told, CRA, that is clinical research associate or clinical research coordinate, they are basically the responsible for monitoring the clinical trials.
Yeah.
So those are the job roles. Then you can say, apart from that, you can go for data analyst job roles as well. So yeah, that's all I think.
Okay. So like आपने 2 साल you spent there in NIPER Mohali. So in your opinion, is it justified to join the clinical research, और क्या इसका स्कोप बहुत बड़ा है आगे चल के?
Yeah, actually, I am very much satisfied being a clinical research student because I got to learn a lot about how to write articles. Actually, that was my interest.
Yeah.
And reading articles because you get updated in the like what is going on in the real world, like which drugs are coming, like clinical trial articles you come across, the reviews, systematic reviews and meta-analysis, which are in fact the higher level, which provide high level evidence of the what is going on. If you see the hierarchy we have, like the at base level, we have the physician's consultation, and the highest is the meta-analysis, which compiles the data from various clinical trials. So it's, from my aspect, it is really interesting field, and you should go for it.
Okay, that's great. Is there anything that students should know? जो अगर मैंने कुछ मिस कर दिया आपके हिसाब से, then we can move to your like आपसे कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछने थे, आपकी जर्नी की कैसी थी, नाइपर की चैलेंजेस क्या थे, लेकिन उससे पहले अगर कुछ टेक्निकल नॉलेज, अगर मैं कुछ क्वेश्चन मिस कर गया तो आप बता सकते हो, कुछ भी चीज़ जो बच्चों को जाननी चाहिए क्लिनिकल रिसर्च में, जो पढ़ रहे हैं अभी या फिर जो ज्वाइन करने वाले हैं.
Yeah, I forgot one thing, that we also get to learn about the regulatory documents. Like you can also go in regulatory fields. Like in clinical trial, you will see that there are various documents which come across, which needs regulatory approval, like protocol, CRF, ICF. So you will get to learn about them also, like how they are made and what are the regulatory authorities involved and how they get approval and all that stuff. So you can also be eligible for regulatory roles for that. Uh, so that's one point which I forgot to add.
तभी
And
मैंने पूछ लिया. ओके. हाँ. और अगर आप मेंशन करना चाहें कुछ कंपनीज के नाम जो आती है क्लिनिकल रिसर्च के लिए नाइपर मोहाली में.
yeah, this time if I talk, there was one company, Exogene, which came for clinical trial transparency analyst role. And some companies came for scientific writing like Sanofi, Indegene. Apart from that, uh, like we have some companies like Cetera. And yeah, pharmacovigilance also we have under clinical research. So companies come for that also, like Viatris and IQVIA. Initially, Paraxil used to come, like some of our seniors are
Paraxil.
there in Paraxil too. And apart from that, consultancy, as you know,
Yeah,
EY, course 5I, yeah.
So I think आप लोगों को पता लग रहा होगा कि बहुत सारी कंपनीज हैं. It's just that you have to step up and reach to that destination of Naiper Mohali. After that, opportunities will be thrown at you, and it depends on you what you choose and what you prepare for. So opportunities are there, and बाकी domain knowledge, technical knowledge, we are trying to get to you. ओके सो आई थिंक हमें काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें पता लग गई. थैंक यू सो मच अक्षमा क्लिनिकल रिसर्च के बारे में. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट योर जर्नी व्हेन यू जॉइन नाइपर मोहाली. आई नो यू आर फ्रॉम पंजाब, लेकिन जैसे बच्चे होते हैं महाराष्ट्र, मैं भी दिल्ली से हूँ, तो पास ही पड़ता है. और यू फ्रॉम पंजाब तो नाइपर मोहाली पास पड़ता है, तो बच्चों को बहुत जैसे महाराष्ट्र से आ रहे हैं तो दूर पड़ रहा है, तो चैलेंज है एक अपने आप में. लेकिन आपने अपने आप में क्या चैलेंज फेस किया नाइपर मोहाली आने के बाद?
Like if I tell, challenge was actually for me, it was hostel life, like accommodating in hostel life,
या.
because I never had been to the hostel. It was my first experience. But I
मेरा
would
भी फर्स्ट
say
टाइम
that
था.
at the end,
हम्म.
I was really crying, like why I'm going from here, because the environment of Nipur is so, entertaining, and you are never actually free in Nipur. Like you are always occupied, you are doing the multitasking, like
हम्म.
Ganesh Utsav ho raha hai, Independence Day. You actually celebrate all the festivals over there. You get to know different cultures,
हम्म.
and side by side you have your exams also. You have to means balance the life. So that was a challenge which I faced in initial time. Like in clinical research, if I talk, second semester is very hectic because we have many subjects and like the exams and all. But I would say that there is a drastic change after second semester. Like if you will compare before second semester and after, it's a drastic change. You will be full of knowledge after second semester. So that I felt as a challenge. Plus, as I was not so far from my home, so I felt glad that I could go home at every weekend.
हाँ, ये बढ़िया है. ये चीज़ बढ़िया है. और आपने काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें बोली, मल्टीटास्किंग, और एक ये था कि मैं आई वाज टेकिंग वन ऑफ द इंटरव्यूज, तो उन्होंने बताया कि how much tension you have if you go for a walk in Naiper Mohali, the tension will be released. तो वो सारी चीज़ें हैं. और कैंपस अपने आप में काफ़ी बड़ा है. स्टार्टिंग में बहुत बड़ा लगता है, लेकिन जब हम वहाँ टाइम स्पेंड कर लेते हैं तो फिर छोटा लगने लगता है. ये भी मैंने अपने अपने
Get accommodated to the surroundings, and friends also, they don't let you inside actually. You will
हाँ.
have to go for rounds, at least 2 rounds, I think.
या एक हो गया, चलो एक मिनी राउंड हो जाता है
After dinner.
आफ्टर डिनर. या
Like
आफ्टर
it's
डिनर.
a stress buster for every NIPER student, I think.
आपने एक पॉइंट बताया था कि सेकंड सेमेस्टर में हेक्टिक हो जाता है, तो वहां से मतलब आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क कि टीचर्स कैसे हैं, क्लिनिकल रिसर्च के, सपोर्टिव या स्ट्रिक्ट हैं थोड़े?
I would say they are not very strict and not very lenient also. But yeah, talking about my department, I never faced as such any issue with teachers because they were really very supportive.
थैंक गॉड.
Especially they let me go every weekend to my home, unless like I used to hear about other departments. So uh, it has been a very smooth journey in case of my teachers. Like they were quite supportive,
आपने
I
उनको
would say.
पटा के रखा था कि मुझे हर हफ्ते जाना है?
Not exactly.
अच्छा,
They were cooperative. Like you
हम्म।
do your work on time, they are satisfied.
तो जो जो नाइपर जाने वाले और जिसका घर आसपास है, तो देख लेना आप कैसे मैनेज करोगे, कैसे पटाओगे उन्हें, कैसे कोऑपरेटिव बनोगे उनके साथ। हो जाता है सब, बातचीत करके सब हो जाता है। ओके। सो एनीथिंग स्पेशल अबाउट क्लिनिकल रिसर्च जो बाकी ब्रांच में आपको लगा है ही नहीं और हमारे ब्रांच में है? ये क्वेश्चन मैं सबसे पूछता हूँ और सबके अलग अलग आंसर्स होते हैं।
Okay, so first of all, as I mentioned, that clinical research exclusive courses in Mohali,
या।
so that I find that it is unique, and mm, we have like dry labs. That also I would say is advantage actually, because when you have wet labs wala work, so it becomes a bit hectic. You have to like sit in the lab and do the experiments and all. So that I will say that it's quite relieving. And in clinical research, as you will see in other departments, first 2 semesters are hectic and rest 2 semesters are a bit relaxing. But I would say it's opposite in clinical research, that first semester you don't have so much like work or pressure on you. You just have 6 subjects and that also will go very smoothly. So, and of course the environment our phds and our teachers provide, that is very good, and you will get to learn much more, and you will feel yourself the difference what you were in second semester, before second semester and after. So that's what I would like to
There's a
say.
short answer for this question कि अगर कोई क्लिनिकल रिसर्च कर रहा है तो दो रास्ते रहते हैं। वैसे ही अपनी चॉइस होती है कि हमें क्या करना है, लेकिन स्टिल दो रास्ते होते हैं कि वेदर वी कैन गो फॉर द प्लेसमेंट पार्ट, कॉर्पोरेट के लिए जाना या पीएचडी। तो आपके ओपिनियन में क्लिनिकल रिसर्च अगर कोई बंदा कर रहा है तो उसको आगे क्या करना चाहिए? पीएचडी के लिए जाना चाहिए, प्लेसमेंट ही लेके? हाँ भाई, क्योंकि मनी इज द मेन मोटिव, वो हमेशा रहता है।
I think that's one's personal choice, what he wants, like money or knowledge, actually.
हम्म।
And the trend which I have seen in clinical research till now, not much have gone in PhD.
अच्छा।
Mostly are placed like in some companies.
हम्म।
But you can always have a choice to pursue PhD. Like you have some programs in PhD in pharmacoepidemiology, I think, which you can pursue after clinical research, because we don't have as such any PhD in clinical research currently in even NIPER Mohali.
ओके।
So yeah, you have both the options. So if you want money, like more money, so obviously you will go in consultancy.
हाँ।
So that's also an option.
हम्म।
Otherwise, if you would like to stick to your core, then you can always go for these scientific writing and CDM kind of roles.
ओके। ओके। तो हमने काफ़ी सारे एस्पेक्ट्स कवर कर लिए। वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन, यू नो, what are the aspects that Akshima loved about NIPER Mohali? What was the fun part besides studies and all the things? क्या क्या चीज़ें आपको अच्छी लगी NIPER Mohali के बारे में? मज़ा आया?
The best thing is the greenery of NIPER Mohali, which I'm missing currently.
Yeah,
The peace
I'm
with
also.
the that roaming on the roads, and like
Hmm.
that it obviously was a stress buster, and exploring Chandigarh because it was very near to Mohali.
Hmm.
Apart from that, obviously friends, like you get friends from different cultures like Maharashtra, Bengalis, and
Hmm.
Telugu people, yeah, people
Yeah.
from South. So you get to know everyone, like, which is obviously very necessary for your further corporate. If you go in corporate also, you might agree that in corporate you need that attitude, like to be able to interact with everyone. You get open, like in NIPER, you can't stay, I think, introvert that much. At
Okay.
one point, you will have to go and approach people and talk to them. So that's what I like about NIPER, and also the festivals and all the functions, the DJ parties and all. So that is everything like nostalgia
सब
now,
होता है इधर।
because yeah.
हाँ। ओके। तो आई थिंक आपको काफ़ी सारी चीज़ सीखने की मिली होंगी एज अ ऑडियंस। आपने जाना होगा क्लिनिकल रिसर्च के बारे में कि एक बहुत ही ब्रॉड ब्रांच है जिसमें आप डेटा मैनेजमेंट सीख रहे हो, एनालिटिक्स भी आप कर रहे हो, फिर फार्माको विजिलेंस पीवी भी आ जाता है, फिर साथ साथ रेगुलेटरी में भी आप थोड़ा घुस रहे हो, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन तो काफ़ी ब्रॉड है और स्कोप बहुत अच्छा है और बहुत ही लिमिटेड जगह पर है, तो अपने आप में अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बन जाती है। कुछ भी चीज़ कम होती है ना तो उसकी वैल्यू बहुत बढ़ जाती है। जैसे एक ब्रांच आप जानते होंगे, अक्षिमा रेगुलेटरी अफेयर्स, हैदराबाद के अंदर, तो उसमें भी मतलब बहुत
Yeah.
स्कोप है। एक्चुअली मैंने आज ही उनका इंटरव्यू लिया, तो वो बता रहे थे कि सभी प्लेस हो गए एंड वो रिक्वायरमेंट बहुत ज़्यादा है। सिमिलरली क्लिनिकल रिसर्च की रिक्वायरमेंट भी बहुत ज़्यादा है, क्योंकि स्कैरसिटी है ना, हर जगह नहीं है, यही मिल रहा है आपको। कोर्स हर जगह
Yeah.
आपको मिल जाएगा, लेकिन एक डेडिकेटेड जो एक डिग्री होती है ना, वो आपको नाइपर मोहाली में मिलती है। एंड आई थिंक देव सर आपने शायद बोला था।
Yeah.
सो मेक श्योर दैट यू वॉच दिस वीडियो अगेन एंड जॉट डाउन द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स जो भी आपको लगता है, ठीक है? तो उससे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा क्लैरिफिकेशन मिलेगा। और अगर आपको क्लिनिकल रिसर्च की सीट मिलने वाली, तो आप अपने को प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो। या फिर अगर आप ऐसे स्टूडेंट हो जो इस वीडियो को 2 साल के बाद देख रहे हो, तो आप इस वीडियो को देख के अपने आप को प्लान कर सकते हो कि हाँ यार, मुझे जब मैं नाइपर दूंगा तो मुझे क्लिनिकल रिसर्च को थोड़ा आगे रखना है, ठीक है? तो अक्षय, लास्ट में कुछ एडवाइस जो आप देना चाहो आने वाले जीपैट नाइपर एस्पायरेंट्स के लिए।
Yeah, I would first of all wish all the best for your counseling and hope you choose the best department.
हम्म।
So, while I think the counselings have ended, I am not
हाँ,
sure, but
फर्स्ट राउंड हो चुका है।
yeah, but I would say recommend that go as per your interest. If you are very much inclined towards pharmacology, Sutik, so go for it because there's a lot of scope there also, obviously in R&D and all. But like I would not say that this department is good or this is good
या
because in NIPER, every department is good. Like you have scope. If you are an explorer, you can get knowledge of every field in NIPER. You're not constrained to one department actually. So that's the beauty of NIPER, and that's all. I would wish luck for all the aspirants.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच अक्षिमा, सारी नॉलेज शेयर करने के लिए। आई थिंक इट विल श्योरली हेल्प मेनी 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 स्टूडेंट्स, because when we enter NIPER we don't have many people to teach us or guide us, you know, what's gonna come our way. But now we have Akshima ma'am who's telling us regarding clinical research, तो लोगों को पता रहेगा कि हाँ यार, अब ये है क्लिनिकल रिसर्च के अंदर, तो ये बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा। तो वो सारी नॉलेज शेयर करने के लिए थैंक यू सो मच, एंड आई ऑल्सो लर्न अ लॉट फ्रॉम यू।
Thank you, Akash. Thank you for the session.